Yehovah Eloheinu Zvaot. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me and cover me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua Mashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Judges chapter 18. At that time there was no king in Israel. And it was also at that time that the tribe of Dan was looking for a place to claim ownership of and settle in, since they had not yet been given any land of their own among the tribes of Israel. The people of Dan sent 5 leading men from Zorah and Eshtaol, representing their whole tribe, to spy out and explore the land. They instructed them, "Go and explore the land." They came to the hills of Ephraim, to the house of Micah, and stayed there. While they were in Micah's house, they recognized the accent of the young man, the Levi. So they approached him and said, "Who brought you here? What are you doing in this place? What is there for you here?" He answered, "Here is the arrangement Micah had made with me. He pays me a wage, and I serve as his Kohen." They said to him, "Please ask God whether our journey will be successful." The Kohen replied, "Don't worry. Yehovah is with you on this journey." The 5 men left, came to Laish, and saw the people there living securely according to their customs of the Zidonim, quietly and securely, since no one in the land was exercising authority that might shame them in any respect. Moreover, they were far away from the Zidonim and had no dealings with other people. When they returned to their kinsmen in Zorah and Eshtaol, they asked them what they had to report. They said, "Let's go up and attack them. We've seen the land, and it's excellent. Don't delay. Start moving. Go in and take the land. When you go, you will come to a people who feel safe. There's plenty of land. The place lacks nothing. It has everything there on earth, and God has given it to you." So from the tribe of Dan, 600 men equipped for war set out from there, from Zorah and Eshtaol. They went up and camped in Kiriath Yearim in Yehuda, which is why the place is called Machane Dan, the camp of Dan. To this day, actually, it's behind Kiriath Yearim. From there they passed into the hills of Ephraim and came to Micah's house. The men who had gone to spy out the land of Laish then said to their kinsmen, "Are you aware that in these buildings there is a ritual vest, household gods, and a carved image overlaid with silver? Decide what you ought to do." They turned off the road and went into the house of the young Levi, that is, to Micah's house, and asked how he was doing. The 600 soldiers from Dan stayed at the gate, while the 5 who had spied out the land went in and took the idol overlaid with silver, the vest, and the household gods. The Kohen had stayed with the 600 soldiers by the gate. But when they went into Micah's house and took the silver-covered image, the vest, and the household gods, the Kohen asked them, "What are you doing?" They replied, "Be quiet, keep your mouth shut, and come with us. Be a father and a Kohen for us. Which is better, to be a Kohen in the house of one man, or to be a Kohen for a whole tribe and family in Israel?" This made the Kohen feel very good. So he took the ritual vest, the household gods, and the image and went off with the people. So they turned and left with their children, cattle, and belongings going ahead of them. When they were a good distance from Micah's house, the men who lived in the house near his got together with him, overtook the people of Dan, and began shouting at them. The people from Dan turned and said to Micah, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you that you've gathered such a crowd?" He answered, You've taken away my God, which I made, and gone off with the Kohen. What more have I got? How can you ask me, what's wrong with you? The men from Dan replied, You had best say no more to us, because some of us might get angry and attack you. You could lose your life, and so might the others in your household. Then the people of Dan went their way, and when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back to his house. So they took what Micah had made and his Kohen. They came to Laish, to a quiet and trusting people. They attacked, killed them, and burned down their city. No one came to rescue them because it was far from Zidon, and they had no dealing with other peoples. This was in the valley of near Beit Rehov. Then the people of Dan rebuilt the city and settled there. They named the city Dan after Dan, their ancestor, who was born to Israel, although the city had previously been called Laish. The people of Dan set up the image themselves: Jonathan, the son of Gershom, the son of Manasseh, and his sons were Kohanim, from the tribe of the people of Dan, until the day of the exile from the land. Thus they erected for themselves Micah's idol, which he had made, and it remained there as long as the house of God was in Shiloh. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading the 18th chapter of Judges? We can serve Yeshua, the eternal King of the Promised Land. Go and follow the written instructions of the word of Yehova. Pray to Yehova for direction. Trust that Yehova is with his obedient children. Be kind and respectful to others. Trust that what Yehova gives is excellent. Take what Yehova has given you. Serve Yehova Elohim alone. Go where Yehova leads you. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can encourage others to pray to Yehova for direction. Bear one another's burdens. We can respect others. Produce spiritual fruit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.